Hi everyone! I'm here with a new story from Times, well, powered by Times. And this story is using Slack and Jira to manage Jira tickets, or issues, if you want to call it that. So let's go into the description of things. So what do I mean when it manages Jira issues? Well, there's a number of different things that this Slack bot can offer with Jira. And you can always iterate off of that too and add different functionalities. So the first few that I have is creating issues, updating issue details, which means you can update the priority, the summary, the description, also the assignee, and then adding issue comments, closing and reopening issues as well. So there's two ways of how this story triggers off. How do you use it, right? How do you use this Jira bot? Well, we have a few interactions or shortcuts that the Slack bot is assigned, but we also have slash commands as well. So I can show you a demo of how this looks like on the Slack itself. This is what it looks like. So we have the two shortcuts here and the slash command. And how I got to that window was I just typed in slash Jira, which I created within the Slack website. And then, well, this one just shows a slash command, but I can also just press forward slash. JiraBot slows both of the shortcuts and also the slash command. Okay, so we have a number of different things, right? Edit issue, create issue, get issue, add comment, but why is there only just two? Well, that's because in order to update the issue, add a comment to the issue, we must get the issue first. You can't just put like, let me, Jira comment on something. Then it would still request a certain ID for that Jira issue. So I'll show you how we can get an issue. Oh, excuse me. Jira get. We'll use the slash command first. I actually have a ton of events here, so it would probably make sense for me to remove all the events so we could see how it looks fresh. I gotta scroll down. Actually, let me fit to screen. Command all, delete events. These are all my events from testing. So you'll see that the bubbles will disappear. And there are quite a bit of actions. Okay, so the bubbles are gone. And I'll zoom in again. So right, we're doing the slash command for getting an issue. And we can put it side by side to see how it works. Well, let me do this over too. Jira get. All right, cool. So it gets an issue and it pops up this modal that asks us for an ID or project key. Well, one project key, I've been working on this a ton, so we'll try a test. I have like GSM22 here. This is just some dummy data, so excuse me for how kind of crazy it looks. GSM22, and you can see it just pulled the data from this ticket. All right. And you can see here now we have more options in order to manage the ticket, editing the issue or adding comments to it. So if I click on comments, I added this probably earlier today, and we have the option to add another comment as well too. So as I'm clicking on these buttons, you'll see that it's going through a series, it's going through the story and going back to the beginning. So every interaction, every button I click within this modal, it'll go back to here. So I've clicked like 3 buttons already. That's why there's 3 in this bubble here. So I got the issue first, then I added a comment. Well, I'm adding a comment now. This is where I'm at now. And then I'm pretty sure that when I submit this, it's going to go back here and add a comment, because all of this on the bottom here, the bottom level of, so there's 1 and 2, all of this bottom level here, it handles submissions. So let me add a comment. New comment. Submit. And then you can see that the new comment was added to Jira. We pulled the new comments in Jira, and then we pushed a new modal out with the Jira comments. So we can go back, and then we can click again just to check, and it's still there. And what did it also do? It also updated the ticket as well. Oh, this is just my testing, but for comments, this was made 30 seconds ago. So for edit issue, let's try that. Edit issue allows us to change the issue details. So for project, I set it so that you cannot update the project for an issue. So this is because I actually put it inside of the time story. You cannot update the issue because you have to move it. It's not like, oh, you can say, oh, move this to XYZ project instead. No, you have to move it. And there are ways of doing that, but I haven't implemented it for this Slack bot. So I put it here. There are no other options for project keys because project must be moved. And I set this statically so that it would just only be one selection. Assignees are nice. So this is my Gmail, whatever. Assignees, it will take the get Jira users. So I'll just pull a list of Jira users and it's just myself. It should be more, but it's just myself. So this is just, it could be more if you wanted to. It's not like the project where it just is one only. So it gets a bunch of users. It explodes the users. This way we can see the details of all the users involved. As you can see, if I like open this, there's going to be a ton of users that are like app users. But in order to make it so that we only pull actual people, I've set this trigger to only allow users with a valid email address and users where the account type is equal to Atlassian. Excuse me for my speech. And the reason why I did that was because the other users did not have Atlassian, but they had account type app, and I did not want those at all. I only wanted myself. So yeah, explodes the users, implodes them. So instead of having multiple users and multiple events, we created one whole array of them, which is just my own account. And then we created the options for Slack, and then we pushed it onto here. And what's nice about the project and assignee being like this is that you don't have to statically create options within these actions. It'll just pull for you. And then, of course, the summary and description, I can just remove all of this. New description. And let's update it. So when we updated the issue, went through here, and then it also went through here where the issue was updated. And then if I was done, I can also close the issue. We can see how that works too. If I close it, it'll go to this workflow path. Nice. And this is closed. And it'll show closed on here too. Awesome. So that's just a little demo of how the Slackbot works. I can actually just reopen it too, and it should reopen, and it'll show pending instead if someone's like, oops, I actually have to do something else with this ticket. Or this guy's kind of bothering me, so I'm just going to change it. And that should update. Pretty cool. And then I guess we could just do one more demo for creating an issue. Or actually, we did the slash command, right? We did Jira get create. But actually right now, I'm just going to do get. So I'll show you how it pops up the same thing. But we're going to do create this time. So / create, and this is the shortcut that I was talking about that's opposed to the / command. So this is an example how it pulls all of the projects, not just one. We only had one earlier because we didn't want to move it. We only wanted to have that single project available. All right, so I'll just choose this. So assignee, issue type, priority, new test, description, blah, 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 blah. Okay, maybe that's a bad habit, but description here, hello. 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 Actual words. And then once it's created, it pops up a modal of the ticket I just created. We also have these buttons too, which is, you know, normal for modals that you can access. And we can see here that I also set the request to send Slack messages so that we can be like, oh, you created an issue, or you retrieved an issue retrieved. But the thing about this one is that it does not update live. It's not live, so it just pulls it within the moment. So that's just an example of my Slack bot. And if you want to create it, this is going to be posted on the story library soon. And it has a Slack manifest, so you can create that onto your Slack instance. It has the steps here. Cool. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions and ways that you need help with. And just comment below if you would like a request of what you want me to create next. Thank you so much. Have a good day.